Hello, and welcome to our presentation. We are Group Mexico, and our company name is Stuff Corporation. The product that we've decided to bring to the Mexican market is a wireless internet service called MexiNet. Stuff Corporation, or MexiNet, adds value to the Mexican market by providing simple and accessible internet service to the untapped market, whether the internet service is to be provided in the home or in a business. In our SWOT analysis, we determined the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that face the internet service market in Mexico. MexiNet will disrupt the current market with its affordability. It will be available for use both in businesses as well as in the home. Some of the weaknesses they will face as they enter the market is the fact that they will have suppliers from foreign countries, which may make the supply chain aspect challenging. Mexico also has a low standard of living, which means that our target marketing is confined to certain regions of Mexico or places with a high disposable income. Opportunities include targeting local businesses, colleges, individuals for in-home use, and threats are competition and low differentiation from other services offered in the area. There are 5 principal internet companies in Mexico. The biggest one is Telmex. It has a presence throughout the entire country, from big cities to little towns, but the poor infrastructure and bad customer service is making people look for other options. Cable Mas and Mega Cable are very similar, but you can only find them in certain regions. Izzi is gaining a greater customer base because it offers internet TV cable, but it's expensive for some families and the service only works well in big cities. Axtel is the company with the highest prices, but offers the best service and speed. But like the others, it is only possible to find in big cities around the country. We will be entering the Mexican market via greenfield investment. This means that we will be building our business from the ground up. Though time-consuming, risky, and decidedly more complex than acquiring or partnering with an existing company, this method of entry provides the flexibility and customization that is only available through the express creation of a startup. We particularly want to distinguish ourselves from the existing ISP business models, rather than mimic or endorse them. This approach would be more effective coming from a ground-up endeavor, in which we can build our own brand equity and reputation. Additionally, foreign direct investors in Mexico don't pay taxes on corporate earnings. This incentive will alleviate some of the financial burden of building a business from scratch. As a part of our business, we will need to source 2 different aspects that will make our firm the most affordable and reliable internet provider in Mexico. Our modems that we are able to supply to customers will be sourced from either TP-Link or Synology. Each of these companies brings reliable modems and competitive pricing to the market. Overall, TP-Link is the best source for our modems because of the brand recognition in Mexico. They are known for being reliable and having high-quality products made in America. The only downside would be a change in the NAFTA agreement, which could change the prices to import modems into Mexico from the United States. Our Wi-Fi infrastructure candidates include Vintev, Radiolabs, and XYT. Each of these suppliers are well equipped and offer similar pricing models. XYT is a company through Alibaba in China. This could pose a problem due to tariffs and other importation issues from China to Mexico. The best candidate to provide our Wi-Fi infrastructure is Vintev. They already have a global distribution network with many partners. This will allow us to get the help needed in case a problem arises, and the network partners will always be willing to help. Due to the low standard of living in Mexico, our target market is solely confined to the wealthier regions of Mexico. Middle-aged homeowners without internet access in their homes will be our first target. People with an average income of at least $66,000 a year will be our second target because they will have a greater disposable income. The regions that we will target will be Nuevo León, Baja California, and Coahuila. These regions have a greater average income and will be more likely to see internet service as a necessity than a luxury. Local businesses will also be a great target. There will still be people that cannot afford internet in their home, but the cyber cafes and libraries will be important to keep in mind when marketing MexiNet. Our product strategy is to create an equivalent or superior product for much cheaper. We will make our product cheaper by innovative design, cutting transportation costs, and a policy of going for the cheapest functional alternative in most, if not every, scenario. Due to internet provision being a service, not a product, distribution requires only setting up landlines or purchasing landlines in order to get the service out. While there is not much for distribution, the utter lack of costs involved ends up being a competitive advantage. Due to the seeds of mistrust sown by the former ISP monopoly, as well as the poor service that our target market experiences in their internet service plan, our promotion strategies will center around building brand awareness. The people of Mexico need a provider they can trust to deliver a good or service for an affordable price, and a company that they can really rally around. This is our overall marketing goal. For this reason, we will be using mass outreach promotions such as television and internet ads and bus stop billboards so as to reach the core population that exists with internet plans. The average family in Mexico earns about 5,560 pesos a month. Our internet services are targeted to be no more than 5% of a Mexican family's monthly income. Because we offer only broadband internet services, the family will still have to pay for phone and television services. For those that are moving to online voice over IP services for phone and streaming services like Netflix and Hulu, the combined costs for all three should be comparable to or less than what is offered by the big three providers. The average cost for an ISP to provide internet service is $1.26 per gigabyte per second of data transfer. That covers costs from the internet backbone to service points and from the service point to the client home. Rounding up to the account for customer service costs, that brings the infrastructure cost to 30 pesos per client for infrastructure costs to provide internet services. The bottom table shows that the low-cost internet services still provide lots of profitability that can be passed on to the Mexican family and still provide a viable business rate of return. Additionally, there is still room for higher than expected infrastructure costs and being able to still make a reasonable rate of return. In our human resources, we have a variety of job positions. In ascending order, it is Global Business Administrator, who creates and executes business strategies for Stuff Corporation on a global scale. The Country Director manages several departments and oversees specific functions to ensure efficiency in StuffCo's Mexican location. Business Development Director develops business strategies on a smaller scale in just the Mexican location. The Assistant Business Development Manager assists in the creation and execution of said business strategies in Mexico. Business Operations Manager manages the distribution and the operations of Stuff Corporation throughout Mexico's retail and wholesale distributors. International Business Analyst analyzes the operations and sales data to determine changes to be made for efficiency. Business Operations Associate manages and maintains business strategy on a smaller scale to successfully market and sell our product. Thank you for joining us in our presentation, and we hope that you learned a lot about MexiNet.